Hello, everybody. This is G Doomis. Today is a little something different. I will be sh- reading My Little Pony human fanfic, and it is created by Shinoan Jump Boy. If he ever sees this, I hope he doesn't mind me reading his fanfic. So, without further ado, My Little Pony and Human Friendship is Magic. Chapter 1. Today's a normal day. Yeah, right. Nothing's normal in fanfics. Alright, anywho. In a city called New York City, the roads roaring with cars and horns going off, the people walking down the streets all day long, every day somewhere in this city. A boy who lives at a normal life, going to school and doing homework. That sort of stuff in the school called Walton High School. Interesting high school name. He is walking down a corridor to attend his next lesson, history. He walks into his classroom along with his classmates. As he took his seat, his teacher comes in, Mr. Phillips. Alrighty, settle down, please. He takes out a piece of paper and clicks his pen. Answer your names. A few names later, the boy's name was called out. Joseph. Joseph cleared his throat. Here. Joseph Brooklyn. Not too shabby. Is an average guy. He's 16 years old and has short, dark brown hair, and his eyes are green. He's almost white around people. His grades are high and we're doing well for himself. I guess all the ladies like an intelligent guy. Okay, anywho. Well, that's what the teachers think. Lately, he has been miserable for the past few months because of his family. Joe's father is always on business trips, but he loves his son and is happy for his grades. His mother is quite the opposite. She doesn't love him at all. That's terrible mother of his. Oh, God. Okay, and also one more thing, guys. I'll be doing my own voice acting skills. I don't have any of like that fancy tech or anything, so yeah. By the way, I'm just recording this. You're having a good view of my wallet, my Inuyasha wallet. So, just a little heads up, alright? Probably should have done that during the first video, but whatever. Compared to his father, she tends to care more about his big sister, Joe's sister, whom he hates the most. She's a selfish and spoiled brat and cares little for Joe. What kind of messed up sibling rivalry is this? Okay, class, take out your books and turn to page 109, Mr. Phillips said, snapping Joe out of his daydreaming. He got out his history book and turned to page 109. The school day went by quickly. He walked back home. Joseph Brooklyn entered his home and closed the door, going straight to his room, not being greeted by his mother or sister. He saw his mother in the kitchen, smoking and watching TV, and his sister talking to her friend on the phone. She is always on the phone, and their phone bill is very high. Joe sighed and went upstairs to his room. Joe collapsed on the bed. I know how you feel, buddy. Exhausted from school, he rolls onto his back and stares at the ceiling. Joe, with much hesitation, got up from his bed and went to his desk, taking a piece of paper and pen and started writing to his father. Dear Dad, life at school is okay, just like normal. No trouble or anything like that, just another normal day. Mom and Clara still take no notice of me. I hate it here, Dad. I really do wish I could come with you. I can't stand it here without you. I wish I could just leave this place and me and you can go to another world. I hope I'll see you on your day off. Love, Joseph. Joe goes back to his bed, sighing in relief. I'll post it when I go to school. He says in his mind. Joe's eyes felt very heavy as he slowly drifts off to sleep. Well, I'm just reading like the first bit of the chapter, and I gotta say, wow, you got some awesome writing skills shown in Jump Boy. This is amazing. Oh, and also the part where he writes his letter to Dad. Careful what you wish for. You might just get it. Sorry, I had to say it. Anywho, okay, this may take a while. I'm a little slow reader, so I need some water. If you ever hear that, my bad. Anywho. Oh, never mind. Anywho, Joseph is dreaming. Quite an unusual dream, in fact. Although it could possibly be some sort of memory or nightmare. In this dream, Joe is in a dark room, sitting on a wooden chair. Joseph looked around, nothing but pitch black and a small gust of cold air blowing into his uncovered skin. Suddenly, light turned on above him. The human boy jumped in shock. Even dreams can feel real. Suddenly, a voice came out from the shadow. It was a rough, but it wasn't soft, and yet... Wait, what? It wasn't rough, but it wasn't soft, and yet there is a hint of malice and satisfaction. Do you wish to go to another place? The voice said, echoing in this empty void. Joe looked frantically around in each of the voices' whereabouts, but couldn't pinpoint the source. Joe stutters nervously. It had to be a dream. What do you mean? I want a simple answer. Yes or no. The voice said, raising the malic in tone. Joe breathed out shakily, knowing it was only a dream, and gave an answer. Well, sure. Just a dream anyway. Joe says confident. Oh! Sorry, fat finger or something. Joe says confidently. The voice chuckled rather darkly. Very well. Oh wait, let me try that again. Very well. I do hope wherever you go, you don't come back alive. And with that said, Joe feeling force on his chest, as if he is being pushed. Joe feels his clothes waving as if the wind is blowing very fast, and felt like he is falling. Joseph turned his head around to see him, in fact, is indeed falling from the sky. I totally called it. Totally said, careful what you wish for. And no one listens. No. And now he's falling. God knows how many feet down in the sky. My God, man. Ooh, I'm getting like chills, guys. Just doing my own voice is getting chilly. I'm getting excited. Ooh. God, it's hot. Pretend you didn't listen to that. Joe panics, moving his head around to see the picture. Black room was gone completely. Joe turned his body around, and only to see it. He is falling into a lake. A lake? Well, at least it wasn't the ground. Okay, until like he is getting closer by the second. All the human boy could do now. Brace for impact. This is going to hurt. Ooh. Ugh, it looks like. Just don't do a belly flop, man. Please don't. Oh, those things are even worse. Joe kept falling until the splashes into the lake. Ugh, please tell me it wasn't belly flop. The feeling was more of a smash than a splash. Ow! Joseph Brooklyn holds his breath and begins to swim to the surface, his head emerging from the waters, rasping for air and coughing. He looks around to see Joe is not in Central Park Lake, but a lake he never saw before. Joe swam to the grassy shore and heaved himself out of the cold water, completely soaked, wet, and cold, as an iceberg. Where am I? Joe yells aloud. Oh, wait, he was yelling? Oh, let me try that again. Where am I? Joe yells around, hoping someone would come, but no one came. The human sits around for some time, trying hard to collect whatever thought it is necessary, hoping this is all a bad nightmare. He walks up to a hill and sees something that makes his heart skip a beat. Joe isn't in New York anymore. Oh, no, duh. Wait, no, really, man? You had to add a Wizard of Oz line to it? I'm not complaining about the storyline, good choice of words, but seriously, you gotta go Wizard of Oz on this? Wow. Anywho, he nearly passed out from utter shock, but he managed to hold himself together again. Joseph tried to think deep down, this is just a nightmare, and he wouldn't wake up. He tries pinching himself, but he didn't wake up. He even slapped himself, and all he got out of that is a red cheek. Ow. Not a very pleasant feeling. Oh, no, duh, you're hitting yourself, man. Joe decides to investigate the area and see if there were anybody that can help him. Well, hopefully you don't run into Timberwolves. Oh, shit, I jinxed them. Oh, goddammit. He sees a dirt road leading to a town he never saw before. He speed walks to the town. While on his way to the town, Joe sees a red barn with a purple roof. Red barn with purple. Wait, I don't remember in the show having a red barn having a purple roof. Well, whatever. Figuring it could save him in the time and energy, he went to the barn to see if the owner is there. Joe looks around the barn and sees hundreds or even thousands of apple trees. Yeah, it's Apple Acres, but I don't think the Apple Acre barn has a purple roof. Wait, let me recap. Uno momento. It doesn't have a purple roof. Whatever. I'm not the one who read it. I'm just reading it. You know, criticizing maybe a little bit. But hey, I'm not the one who read it. Crap, I lost my spot. Figuring it could save him the time, blah 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 blah. Barn and here we go. Sees hundreds and several apple trees. The boy never saw anything like this in his life. The owner must have made a fortune with this amount of apples. He walks up to the open door and speaks gently. Hello? Is anyone in here? No reply. Joe sighs and decides to go to the city until suddenly he hears a gasp from behind. Joe slowly turns his head around to see if it was the owner. Joe's eyes went wide in surprise and shock. It's a pony, female looking. The coat color is a brilliant amber yellow. Her mane is a very light amber yellow, and her eyes are green. She is wearing a cowboy's hat. Applejack! I'm sorry. I like doing a pretty good Western sort of accent. A cowboy's hat? Joe thought. He slowly backs away from the pony in fear. The pony steps back slowly as well, blinking at Joe as if the pony didn't know what he was. He had seen enough. Joe let out a high-pitched whelp and runs to the town as fast as he can. What was that? What was that? Oh, wait, hold on. I'm trying again. What was that? What was that? What was that thing? Joe shouts in his head while still running in the town. I've never, ever seen a pony like that. I need help. I got to find someone before I go insane. Oh, do humans all act like this when they go to pony? I had never had this much fun reading before, guys. Props to you, Shalom Jump Boy. Props. Woo. Now let me try to stop laughing before I continue. Oh my god. Okay. Okay, ladies and gentlemen. Woo. I'm mellow now. He found himself getting closer and closer to the town. Joe ran to what he thought was a town square, but he stops dead in his tracks. He felt like his heart stopped beating, his chest feeling cold and breathless, sweat constantly dripping from his dripping from his face. There are even more ponies, different sizes and color. Some with horns, wings, various hairstyles, and fashion. Wait, does it say? Yeah, it's fashion. He's freaked out that the ponies are wearing fashion. And yet he freaks out over Applejack wearing a cowboy's hat. Okay, whatever. He has a right to freak out somehow. Fashion. The whole square stares at Joseph, confused at first. Others filled with fear. Joe looked around the square. It was nothing like he ever saw in his life. He heard whispers of caution and fear. Joe put his hand on his head, trying to contain the whole situation, but excuse me, guys. It's just too much. He passes out and collapsed on the ground. The ponies rushed over to him and looked over his mysterious and strange-looking creature. What is he? Has he come to harm us? Oh, it's a shot. Okay, guys, don't judge me. I'm still trying to get used to fanfic reading and posting on YouTube, alright? What is he? Don't judge my girl voice either. What is he? Well, actually, I don't have to. Has he come to harm us? A pony shouts out. A pony pushes through the crowd of ponies. Lavender-coated pony with a horn gasps at the unknown creature on the ground. Oh my gosh! Oops. I must. Yeah, sorry guys, it cuts off. Joe was sleeping like a rock until a noise from outside woke him up. He stirs awake and rubs his eyes, seeing a white ceiling when looking straight up. Joe obviously observes his surroundings. I must be at a hospital. What happened to me? Joe slowly sits himself up while putting a hand on his face. Then it hit him. Oh no, the ponies. Wait, I'm in a hospital room? Oh wait. Sorry guys, I thought it was a scream. My bad. I must be in a hospital room. Ha! It was just a nightmare. But what am I doing in a hospital? If I was dreaming. Suddenly the door opened. Joe glanced over at the door and hoping this was all just a big nightmare. A white pony with pink hair and light blue eyes walks in slowly. The pony is wearing a nurse's hat. Joe sees a red cross on her side when she went up to Joe and stares at him, speaking in slightly hesitation. How are you feeling? Joe Joe gasped loudly. His face turned pale. Okay, I'm just going to do the sound effects for this one. You can't talk? He yelled. Oh wait, again. Sorry, guys. You can talk? He yells. The pony tilts her head sideways, showing a confused face. Why, of course I can talk. Every pony can talk around here. You're not from around here, are you? What are you? Where did you come from? She asked gently. Joe relaxed and calms down for a moment. Maybe she could help me. She doesn't look like she would harm me. Joe thought, but thinking he must keep his guard up. I'm, who? Joe is cut off by a knock on the door. The nurse walks over to the door and opens it. Twilight! Perfect timing. He just woke up, but he needs his rest, so please don't be too long. The nurse said to someone. She walked out of the room, but not without saying a few words to Joe. I'll be right back. Please don't leave your room. My orders. Joe nods nervously. Oh, okay. The human sees a purple pony with a horn in the forehead. A unicorn, perhaps, but she has a unique hairstyle that humans could have. Her mane in dark blue purple stripes and a pink stripe. She has violet-colored eyes. A creature was riding on her back. To Joe, it looked like a dragon? A little dragon with purple scales and green spikes on the spine with green emerald eyes. The unicorn walks over to the side of Joey's bed and examines him a little. Hello, my name is Twilight Sparkle, and this is my friend Spike. We saw you all collapse on the ground. I rushed over to see that you were out cold. Joe looks down and fiddles with his fingers. Where am I? He asks nervously. Twilight Sparkle gives a reassuring smile and speaks softly. You're in Equestria, a land of magic with ponies and dragons. Co-ruled? Okay. I don't even know if that's a word, but how much do I know about my dictionary? Co-ruled by Princess Celestia and Princess Luna. Right now, you're in Ponyville, where Spike and I live. Joe put his hand on his head, taking in what he thought was a nightmare. Turns out it was worse than he thought. It's a reality. Am I really in this world? Is this a nightmare? He asked Twilight. Twilight lowered her head and shook it sideways. I'm sorry, so sorry, but I don't know how or why, she said sadly, wishing she could offer more help. Joseph Brooklyn looks out of the window, thinking about what will happen to him and what he do. He sees Twilight looking at the clock and gasps. I'm sorry, but Spike and I have to go back home. But I'll come back to see you tomorrow with my friends. Bye! See you later, dude, the little dragon said before they left Joe. The human chuckled a bit at Spike. Accent the the accent reminds him of the kids. The accent reminds him in of the kids in New York City trying to be cool with his with which is I'm sorry, I'm really screwing up on the last line here, which is trying to let me start over. The human chuckles a bit at Spike. The accent reminds him of the kids in New York City trying to be cool, which is serving as a piece of memory. He slowly lowers his head in the pillow. What the heck is going on? I think as his eyes left heavy and he drifted off to sleep. Oh, wait. He thinks as his hand. Okay. Drifts off to sleep. Alright. To be continued. Alright, so this is one of my best reading of fanfic. Technically, it's my first reading of a fanfic, but I gotta say, I'm kind of excited what happens next in chapter 2. So, I'd like to give a big shout out to the creator, Shannon Jump Boy, who made this fanfic. Oh wow. The way you described everything and such, and pardon my accent, pardon my voice acting skills, but this is a pretty good fanfic right here. I can't wait what happens to read in chapter 2. Then again, he'll probably freak out even more. Maybe end up his ass in the hospital again. Well, that is all until next time, ladies and gentlemen. This is G. Doomis, signing off. Peace!